What's up, everybody? Good evening. This is post-game. Cavs win again. Oh my God, this is unbelievable. The Cardiac Cavaliers have won 4 straight on the road. So last year's trade deadline, it was DeAndre Hunter. He came in. They were trying to just shore things up for the playoffs. They were already number 1 seed. All right, cool. Well, this year the Cavs had been down. They'd been way down. It had been a bit rough. They first trade DeAndre Hunter, who had been fitting out this year. They bring in Keon Ellis. They bring in Dennis Schroeder. What does Dennis Schroeder do but come in, continue to be aggressive, push on defense? What does Keon Ellis do? He doesn't need to score the ball. He's all over defensively. He's blocking shots in the fourth quarter. He's coming through in a big way. And all right, Keon's cool. Schroeder's cool. Oh, wait. James Harden? And yes, obviously we've had a changed reaction since the trade happened because James Harden is on the court, whereas Darius Garland would be still sitting out with his injury. James Harden in the first game scores 15 in the fourth quarter without a miss from the field, without a miss from the line, ices the game at the line, comes through late. And now James Harden had 22, 7, and 10, a ridiculous step-back three. The gravity, the passes to Tyson and Merrill for huge fourth-quarter threes, the lob to Allen. James Harden is 36 years old, running as hard as anybody. By the way, I do want to add, I see this comment. I'm going to put it up. The refs were a lot. It was kind of clear the Cavs weren't getting much. They did, however, get 2 big calls in the last 38 seconds for Donovan Mitchell, who was hit very hard. They overcame the free throw disparity and came through to win an unbelievable game because Jokic was on. Denver, it doesn't matter how many guys get hurt there. Watson is out. Gordon is out. Christian Brown just came back a couple games ago. Jokic just came back. Valanciunas came back. Cam Johnson is back. Denver is such a good basketball team. It doesn't matter who's on the court. The refs, the fouls, that really wasn't the big factor, honestly. The big factor for me, my big takeaway on this Cavs win tonight is one thing, and it's that the Cavs are back. Folks, the Cleveland Cavaliers are so back. Down double digits in the fourth quarter. They make the comeback. They get the win, and honestly, I wasn't sure about this one. I tuned in a little bit late. I missed the first part of the opening quarter and a chunk of the second, caught the whole second half. Last half of the second quarter, and it seemed the Cavs are hanging in. They barely led in this game. They led 6-5. They led 79-77. And then Jamal Murray makes a 3, and I don't think the Cavs took the lead again until the last second of the game. So this is an unbelievable win. To get this kind of win, to earn this kind of victory, this is a tough game against a team with an MVP candidate. It's two all-stars. They got shooters. And, when the Cavs went down by 10, they lost the challenge. They lost their timeout. What happens? But James Harden drives in, 4 Nuggets around him, hits Tyson for 3. Bang. I was personally curious just because of the size and what he brings that Sam Merrill is playing over Keon at the end. But when Sam Merrill hits the 3 to cut it to 4, that was it. And so the Cavs are down 3. They strip Jokic and just run. The 3 from Harden was unbelievable. He's been hitting that shot everywhere he's been. He hit that on the Thunder. Although it really came in, he hit it for the Rockets. He hit it for the Nets. He hit it for the Sixers. He's hitting it for the Clippers. And, there's a lot of mixed things that come with James Harden, but this is a winner in the regular season. And sometimes in the playoffs, when the game is on the line, there aren't many guys you want more. And it's crazy because if anyone has seen Ted Lasso, maybe they haven't, the early part of the show when Danny Rojas, football is life, is introduced for the first time, the big thing is 2 strikers. They had Jamie Tart, and they're bringing in Danny Rojas. Of course, Darius Garland was a 2-time All-Star. Evan Mobley was just an All-Star in a depoy. He's been in and out with his calf strain. James Harden is a striker in the NBA by positional comparison. Donovan Mitchell is a alpha dog. You got two of them now. Two guys, 25 points a game. Big assists, big moments, big plays. And it's working. It's only 2 games. Look, it's the Kings and the Nuggets. The Kings, you should have beaten them anyway. They didn't have half their roster. But they did come through clutch and win, down double digits. Against the Nuggets here, down double digits in the fourth quarter. They just kept going. They were down 7 with 4.5 to go, and they eked it out. Man, I don't – it's unbelievable. You got these guys, and it's working. Jalen Tyson, 16 points, 3 boards at 4 big threes. Sam Merrill battled foul trouble in the first half, played 18 of the 24 minutes in the second half, ended up a plus 13. That was a team high. Thomas Bryant was trying everything he could, just couldn't stop Jokic, but he hung in there. Jared Allen again. I mean, Jared Allen, man, just talk about some stats. Jared Allen's last 4 games. 40 points, 17 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, 4 blocks. 10 points, 11 boards, 3 assists. 29 points, 10 rebounds, 22 points, 13 rebounds. He's not playing outside of himself. He's not taking extra shots outside of rhythm, outside the system. He's kept his rhythm. He's played within the system, and he's just looked really darn good. Jared Allen is, with Evan Mobley out, has become the center, the big, playing heavy minutes finally. He wasn't closing out games. I mean, we saw tonight a play where they lobbed Jared Allen inside of 2 minutes. I can't remember that many games in the past where the Cavs are able to get their center involved in the offense within the flow. Jared Allen's had a very good Cavs career, but he's never really been clutch. And tonight, he was so good. James Harden running with centers, man. I mean, there's something about it that it's just changing. And look, again, I've only been on here for about 7.5 minutes so far, and I've already mentioned this, and I'm going to mention it again because a lot of people are going to mention trading Garland for Harden. And my personal reaction wasn't great to trading for Harden just because, the age from Darius, considering his reputation at times for being a guy that gets traded, gives up, something happens, but he's come in. This is a winning player, though. He's never missed the playoffs, and he has never made the finals post OKC. A lot of guys haven't. He's had some playoff chokes, but he's had some unbelievable nights in his career every year. This season, he had a 55-point game for the Clippers. Let's not forget that. And the beauty of James Harden with the Cavs is he knows it's his second game. He acknowledged it when he got here. He's like, this is Donovan Mitchell's team. I want to make it as good as it can for Donovan Mitchell's team. And to see this in the second game, he hits the big 3. Donovan trusts James Harden. James Harden does his thing. Had 4 blocked shots, by the way. James Harden, 4 blocks, and could have had a 5th if they didn't call him for that earlier foul. But he did everything he could on that end. He was running ragged. Whatever reputation he's had over the years, being a cone, he's not. He plays good defense. He tries on defense. He makes big plays. It's not just like he's going for steals and blocks. He's really just in it. The effort is there. For the Cavs, who had been reeled down, I'm going to check the East standings here. So Cleveland is just a game and a half behind Boston now in the standings. They've looked really good. This is just such a good win. You got to be so happy if you're a Cavs supporter tonight. If you're a Denver supporter, I don't really know how to react to that one. That's not this. This is the Cavs Cavs viewpoint. I don't know what the Denver viewpoint should be. Should they be disappointed that they blew this one? Do they think they should have won? They're probably going to be annoyed that Tim Hardaway took that 3, even though the clock was going down in a tie game. Tim Hardaway's taken a lot of shots in his career. He's made some big shots. Prior to the last 2 years in Detroit and Denver, he did not play well for Dallas in the playoffs or the finals. He could barely get on the court. He's had a career as being a shooter, and if you check the all-time makes, he's probably not that far, or maybe even higher than Donovan Mitchell. He has been in the league a few more years. Tim Hardaway Jr. is famous in Cavs lore because he went toe-to-toe with Dion Waiters in the, 2014 Rising Stars game? Yeah, the 2014 Rising Stars game. Dion Waiters and Tim Hardaway Jr. went shot for shot. Now Tim Hardaway has a new legacy as part of the Cavs in that he missed the 3 that enabled the Cavs to get the rebound. By the way, I was shocked that they did not call a timeout. Kenny Atkinson is one to let them just push and go and take advantage. I didn't know what was going to happen. There were 5 seconds, and they hadn't even crossed half court. You give the ball to Donovan and just say, go, 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 go. He got to the line. There was a clear foul. Unbelievable job drawing the contact. And not only that, Mitchell's hit a lot of free throws in his career. He's over 80%. He has also missed a lot of free throws for the Cavs. When you get there enough times, the misses makes, you'll end up making a lot more. But there have been times he's missed some key ones, and he made both. Grant Williams once said, I'm going to make both. Well, hey, Donovan Mitchell tonight said, I'm going to make both. And, hey, Grant Williams, no disrespect. Happy he's back. Happy the Hornets are playing well. Crazy fight tonight. I've actually not seen the whole video of the fight. Donovan said, I'm going to make both, and he made both. Grant Williams is going to be back in the playoffs at this rate. Maybe the Cavs actually end up playing the Hornets if both teams can move up enough spots to line up such a matchup. But this is just, you got to feel good about this one, Cavs fans, Cleveland supporters, watchers. This is one of those wins that it's not going to spark a long run because they're already in the midst of that, but it shows the spark is there. It's a really good basketball team. So that's it. The Cavs beat the Nuggets. Oh, my. That's insane. So I'm going to go to my favorite site. If no one's used it, it's called Land of Basketball. It gives you easy access to all-time head-to-heads. This was the Cavs' 4th straight win over Denver. They swept them last year, and they won both games this year. So how about 4 straight over Denver and 5 out of the last 6? Jokic had a triple-double in every game, and they've lost every game. Cavs have scored 126, 149, 113, and 119 in these 4 games. But, hey, guys, the next game's against the Wizards. Do not sleep on them. Shout out Sharif Cooper. The Wizards are so banged up and shorthanded, and yet even still, D'Angelo Russell's not going to report out for the season already. They just cut Dante Exum. Excuse me. So they're going to be playing Sharif Cooper 30 minutes. They just did that against the Nets. So Sharif Cooper, who hadn't played in the league in 4 years for the Hawks because he never made a NBA appearance for the Cavs during his 10-day contract last year. And when the Cavs were just trying out all the G Leaguers, he came in. Zaire Smith came in. Happy that he's just playing good ball after the illness, food poisoning that almost killed him. But, yeah, Sharif Cooper, Cavs alum, very briefly, is going to take the court and play big minutes at Rocket Arena for the first time on Wednesday. So, good for him. Since being there, he played, I believe he got minutes when the Cavs played the Hawks 4 years ago. But, yeah, he was a rookie with Jalen Johnson, by the way. They took both of them in the first round, and it just didn't work. Same with Kobe Bufkin. It also just did not work out. Stuff happens. Cavs Wizards Wednesday night. I will actually be missing this game live. I'll be rewatching it, so you won't hear from me post-game. Be at the Nets-Pacers game. I am not a Cleveland-based Cavs pod, if anyone doesn't know that. I do go every year. You see all the stuff. See the New York behind me at Nets-Pacers on Wednesday. Going to be scouting next year's Eastern Conference Finals matchup between Cleveland and Indiana. No, that's not what's going to happen. Maybe Zubats will play. You'll get to see Zub. No. Thanks, everybody, as always. Zach Weiss, Network 216, across the Cavs. And we're going to hit you with the 216 outro. Cavs win 4 straight. Donovan Mitchell, James Harden, 4 in a row.